According to Psyonix, Rocket League is soccer, but with rocket-powered cars. Rocket League has up to 8 players assigned to each of the 2 teams using rocket-powered vehicles to hit a ball into their opponent's goal and score points over the course of a match. It all started on October 9, 2008 when Psyonix released the predecessor to the game we know and love called Rocket League. Its name was Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars, or SARP for short. The game was made with the Unity Engine 3 but was only released on PS3. SARP performed very poorly and the mixed reviews kept on coming. The only positive was that they had a loyal fan base at their disposal. It may have been small at the time, but the fans supported Psyonix through the tough times. Then everything changed in March of 2013 as Psyonix announced that they would be in development of a sequel called Rocket League after SARP had been in the market for nearly 4.5 years. During development, Psyonix took fan input and made drastic improvements to the bug-riddled SARP. Rocket League took around 2 years and under $2 million to develop, though they had tested various prototypes of a Battle Cars sequel in prior years, including an unsuccessful attempt at pitching the game's idea to Electronic Arts in 2011, which probably would have ruined the game like all the others EA has ruined before. Can you imagine a pay-to-win Rocket League though, where you have to literally buy like an octane? A key requirement for Psyonix though was to increase the game's frame rate from 30 to 60 FPS, a known criticism from the Battle Cars game and essential for the newer hardware. According to Corey Davis, the design director at Psyonix, Hagewood recognized that Battle Cars was considered too hardcore, with the game becoming too inaccessible to novice players against the skilled ones. They eased up on some aspects to make it more approachable, such as by slowing the pace of the game and allowing players of any skill level to reasonably compete against each other while prompting team-based gameplay. Throughout the development, they decided to add on new features like power-ups, but ultimately thought that it was too distracting and didn't remain true to the game they had about rocket-powered car soccer. Then, on July 7, 2015, Rocket League was released after about 2 years of development. Rocket League then became a smashing hit. It was heavily praised for its drastic gameplay improvements while also capitalizing on its stunning graphics and overall presentation. Rocket League has been one of the leading games in supporting cross-platform play between PCs and consoles. Jeremy Dunham, Psyonix Vice President of Publishing, sees cross-platform play helps establish a stable player base and avoid the snowball effect that can cause isolated player bases on individual platforms to wane, particularly in the transition from one console generation to the next. Though the Xbox One lacked this feature at launch, Microsoft in March 2016 announced that Rocket League would be the first game in a new initiative that they were taking to enable cross-play between Xbox One and Microsoft Windows players who have Xbox Live accounts. This cross-platform play feature was added in an update in May 2016. In the beginning, Psyonix planned to continue supporting Rocket League using DLC, intending to keep all gameplay updates free though, and only charging money for cosmetic items and crates. Then in 2015, Rocket League changed drastically, adding the ability to mutate a match, allowing for like a sandbox experience where you can change the ball type, gravity, and even the match settings. Because of these mutations, it allowed Psyonix to be able to branch out to create new modes and the development of the now called Custom tab. The first alternate game mode released was the same Rocket League game, but they had just replaced the ball with a puck. It was a smashing success, and was then permanently added into the game as a side option to the regular mode. 2016 also saw Psyonix add other modes such as Hoops, which is Rocket League basketball, Rocket Labs, which allowed players to experience with new maps, and Rumble, which was Rocket League but with power-ups. The first game's DLC pack was titled Supersonic Fury and was released in August 2015 along with the new arena Utopia Coliseum. It contains exclusive cosmetics including 2 new cars, rocket boosts, wheels, and 5 paint finishes and 12 decals for both new cars. The same month, it was announced that Rocket League would be ported to Mac OS and Linux later that year. In order to run natively with SteamOS hardware, Rocket League and Portal 2 were part of the incentives of those who pre-ordered a Steam Link, a Steam controller, or a Steam machine. The game's second DLC pack, titled Revenge of the Battle Cars, was released in October 2015. The DLC adds 2 more cars from the supersonic acrobatic rocket-powered battle cars series, along with exclusive cosmetics for both. In another event, players had a chance to collect 6 Halloween-themed items from October 18th to November 2nd. The game's third DLC pack, titled Chaos Run, was released in December 2015. The DLC added 2 more cars along with more cosmetics. A new arena called Wasteland was added for free alongside the DLC. The map is notable for being the first non-standard arena to be released, having a different size and shape than the others and inspired by the Mad Max films. In June 2016, a new arena, Neo Tokyo, based on the Rocket Lab's layout underpass, was added to the game by an update. The update also introduced cosmetic items awarded at the end of matches with various rarity grade, and gave players the ability to trade multiple items of the same type and rarity grade to obtain an item of a better rarity grade. Also included in the patch are a number of painted and certified items, and the latter of which are cosmetic items with statistics recording tags, and 8 new achievements. Psyonix added the ability for players to trade items with other players within the Rumble update, including item and crate drop systems comparable to Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike, in which players have a chance to gain locked crates from playing in competitive matches. Players are able to purchase keys to open these crates through microtransactions, revealing special decorative items for their cars. Players can opt out of this feature to disable crate drops, though items received in the crates are tradable within the game. These items cannot be sold on the platform's respective marketplaces, so as to prevent issues in the same vein as the Counter-Strike skin gambling controversy. The funds from microtransactions would be used to support the esports tournament organized by Psyonix. In October 2016, a major update titled Aquadome launched, featuring a new arena placed under the sea, along with 2 premium water-themed cars, and a new crate containing new items and 7 new achievements. Now, it's time to talk about the music. The original soundtrack was released virtually as well as physically on July 1st, 2015. The discs are the original compositions by Psyonix's sound dev Mike Alt. New game songs were added to the game with post-release updates including Chaos Run theme, Escape from LA instrumental, and a remix of Hollywood Principal's Breathing Underwater by Ether, which is one of my favorite songs on the Rocket League playlist. These songs were later compiled into the second volume of the soundtrack, which was released on July 7, 2016. I Am 8-Bit also published a 3-disc vinyl version of the soundtrack consisting of the 2 above volumes in late 2016. The game's second anniversary update included a musical content pack featuring releases from the EDM label Monster Cat. After its release, Rocket League went on to win multiple gaming industry awards and had 10 million copies sold and around 40 million players by the time 2018 rolled around. Another thing that catapulted Rocket League's growth was the ever-growing industry of esports. RLCS has had fans hooked ever since the first one back in 2016. It has led to many iconic moments just like the Energy Justin takeover in Season 5. Rocket League is also a game that can be played by countless age groups while still having fun, which is a feat very few games can captivate to this day. So, in total, Rocket League continues to stay relevant with its frequent updates, its growing player base assisted by its free-to-play release in September of 2020, its ability to appeal to all age groups, as well as the variety of different game modes in the actual game itself. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe because it would mean a lot. Also make sure to check out the video that I did on the 1.17 Minecraft update. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day.